Hi, I'm Chad with In and Out Gardening, and today we're going to show you how to make a fertilizer out of your leftover banana peels. First thing you need to do is add some molasses to some warm water. And then, as always with these fertilizers, a little bit of yeast. You don't have to use the yeast. I just use it because it breaks down more nutrients into the fertilizer, the solution you make in the end. And stir it up a little bit. And just let that sit. Normally I would do that before I cut all of these up, but I just wanted to have this part done before we start the video, so I just take some scissors and chop these up and put those in. They don't blend up very well. Now I use a blender just because it's easier to get it really small particle size, but you could use a knife and just dice them or whatever you can muster up to get the job done. Alright. This fertilizer is really high in potassium. Then you just add them to your blender. And then add some of your mixed water. And blend. Now, when you're done with this, wash your blender right away. The peels have like a waxy residue that gets left behind in your blender, and it comes out best right after you're done. I would at least use, a good size bundle of bananas, at least 10. I think we had 15 in this. I'm not sure, I lost count. When that happens, just add some more water. You want this to be like a paste. Always turn it off when you add a liquid. about all will fit in that one. Let's take your bowl. Just dump it out. Now if you have a few chunks, it's okay. But that's about what you want it to look like. And the second one, what we do is add some green leaves, grass, or anything that hasn't been sprayed with a chemical. Don't need a lot. This is just help bring up the nitrogen a little bit in this. Give the fertilizer a little extra kick. And that's also why we use molasses instead of just water. In other videos you've seen, we've used things like maple syrup. I've used honey. Sugar is just really for the yeast. Yeah, it should be good. Now, by now I'm sure you noticed that we use this particular process for a lot of things. It's just a really good way to get the nutrients of whatever we're using into a solution, so it's readily available to your plants. So that's about it with this one. Put a little bit more in. Just a little bit extra yeast to make sure, kind of stir it up. And I know it's slimy, but so are most things in gardening at one point or another. It actually smells really good. Now, what we're going to do with this is we're going to cover it and we're going to let it sit for 2 hours, and then we'll come back and show you the next step. Thank you. Okay, so the banana peels have sat for 2 hours, and see what it looks like. They're almost...
Looks like chocolate.
Yeah, that's what the yeast does. It breaks things down. Just like people add yeast to the septic tank, yeast does that to everything. Everything organic anyways. So what you do now is you take your mush, for lack of a better word, and you add it to 5 gallons of water. This is a 5-gallon tote. So you add it. And you don't want to waste it, so get that stuff out of there. This is really good stuff. And then, paint mixer. Alright, once you start seeing the froth building up, you know you got it mixed pretty good, and it's also good because when you see those air bubbles, the fertilizer is getting aerated at the same time. Now what we're going to do with this is we're going to cover it up again, and we're going to let it sit for 1 to 2 days, and then we'll apply it to our garden through a hose applicator or a watering can, spray bottle, whatever you have. This can go directly on to your garden. So that's it for this video, and we'll see you for the next one. I'm Chad with Then and Now Gardening, and thank you. Okay, so we just got done mixing this. This is 2 days after the first part of the video, and we are going to show you how we filter it now. This is a screen bag. It's just got really small holes. And that's what it looks like once you're done. And then we just put it in normal hose applicator. This one goes up to 8 ounces. I've never had any problem burning any plants with this, so I set it as high as it can go. And the filter doesn't get everything, so make sure your applicator has one of these little screens, because with some of these fertilizers you might have to spray this off after every jar, but that's about it. So that's it on this video. Look for the before and after applications, and we really appreciate it.